Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the Scientist Room. Today we're gonna do Kinda Blue by Miles Davis. Probably the most influential jazz album ever recorded. There are so many massive facts about this album and interesting things, but first of all, it's a marvelous album. It's beautifully recorded. Was released in August 1959 and recorded March 2nd 1959, and I think April 22nd 1959 as well, so over 2 sessions, and they recorded a load of stuff. Stuff that obviously appears on this album as well. So I've got some notes and stuff to refer to. There are some really interesting things. But first and foremost, it's a brilliant album. It's fantastic. Jazz, obviously. I've probably been reviewed a million times, but I wanted to do it because it's an important album, and I want to start to record important. Not record. I want to talk about important albums. The albums that have influenced me. But this album has influenced, many people. Rock, hip hop, jazz of the jazz musicians, classical, blues. Pretty much everybody was influenced by this album, and it's massive sales. Probably the biggest selling jazz album of all time, apparently. What makes it so good? Who knows? Miles Davis's band, and Miles Davis, everything he does is pretty good. I'm not so keen on the electric stuff, which is weird because there's tons and tons of synthesizers and stuff like that, and that's the kind of stuff I like. But Kinda Blue is something else. It's originally released on Columbia. I guess that if you don't think you like jazz and you haven't heard Kinda Blue, I would definitely suggest you listen to it, and if you don't like it, then it's probably a safe bet that you're not going to like most jazz. But if you do like it, you're going to probably like a lot of jazz. So people have said it's the best jazz album of all time, the ultimate jazz album. Well, it is. To me, it sounds like everything that jazz should be, on one album. It's musically superb. The chordal changes, tonality, scaling, the whole thing is brilliant. And it's also, when you think that this thing was recorded over just 2 days, and they did more material than what we get here. In fact, this CD version, there are different versions, obviously. This CD version has the last track on the album, Flamenco Sketches. It has an alternate take of Flamenco Sketches, so you get to. But even listening to both of those takes is like listening to two completely different tracks. Okay, so let's have a look at just some of the notes here. And this one an absolute ton of awards. It even won. I think it won a Grammy for its liner notes alone as well. And you do get on this on the inside here, you get the liner notes, so you can read them if you've got Bionic Sight. So it was produced by Irving Townsend in 1959. I recorded at Columbia 30th Street Studios in New York City. It's been, I think, remixed for this. It was recorded on three track tape. Awesome. 3-track, but obviously recorded live as sessions. Let's see what else I've done, the release dates and stuff like that. Let's see. We could talk about the musicality of it as well, the interplay between the bass player, the saxophonist, Miles Davis. The drums are brilliant. It's surprising to me that some modern recordings aren't even recorded as well as this. These guys knew their shit. When it comes to recording sound, they really knew what to do. They understood mic placement, and I guess that's because that's what they had to work with. They didn't have anything like digital or anything like that. And back in 1959, you know, it was all fairly new. Recording albums and stuff was pretty new. If you've never heard it, get it and listen to it, or you know, at least try and dig out a few tracks, because it is absolutely brilliant. It's superb. It's superb from when it kicks off, and it just goes, and it's so easy to listen to it. And do you know what? The biggest thing with this album, the greatest thing about Kind of Blue, well, a lot of jazz for me has this effect, but listening to Kind of Blue just makes me feel happy. I've just listened to it now, again, and I must have listened to it countless times. I had it on vinyl way back in the 80s, way back when I was really young. We had it on vinyl, and then times changed, all my vinyl went, and so I've just started recollecting vinyl and CDs, but I bought this on CD. But it's just listening to it again after not hearing it for a long time, you know, and then you don't forget, you know. It's like you listen to it and everything as it's played, it's just like a memory. It's locked in, you know. It's locked in to your mind, like many classic albums and pieces of music. Once you hear them a couple of times, you'll never ever forget them. Once you hear them again, all those great memories just come flooding back, and that's the great thing about music, you know. And it's funny that Miles Davis, like Freddie Mercury, was pretty dismissive and about his music, you know. When asked about, especially when he was doing this stuff with the thingies, I read some interviews and things and did a bit of research and stuff. He said it. You know, Kind of Blue was an album for that period, that time. Pointless trying to replicate it. Not interested in doing it. Forget it. You know, move on. Which is exactly the kind of thing Freddie Mercury used to say about his music. You know, it would be like, "Wow, no, just chuck it away. It's just a piece of pop trash, basically." Of course, it's not. Nor was Freddie's work or Miles Davis's Kind of Blew Up or anything else. You know. It's a massively important part of music culture, and not just Kind of Blue is not just jazz culture, but music culture. Super important. If you're interested, if you like music, you're gonna like this, you know. And I think many of us need to listen to wider ranges of music and not just go, one of my pet hates personally is when people say, "I don't like that, it's crap." "Oh, it's shit. What a load of crap." It's massively annoying to me, because I'll tell you something, if you're listening to it on some sort of media or an album or a CD, then they've done it, haven't they? They've achieved something. For whatever their musical skills are, or whether you like the music or not, somebody likes it. Somebody was prepared to take a chance on it and put it out there. And, you know, punk was a thing, wasn't it? You know, like when punk came out, my favourite, but I think personally, I'm going to review this as well, but never mind the bollocks, to me, best punk album ever. Nothing comes close. That was the seminal punk album. Done. And a bit like we could say that Kind of Blue was, this is it, the seminal jazz album, the jazz album, the one. Well, not just me saying that, of course, millions of people say that. Now this gets great reviews all the time, you know, and there's a good chance you'll hear it, and there's a brilliant chance that you'll probably recognise it, or at least recognise parts of it. But it does get some naffy reviews, and it usually gets them from jazz aficionados, okay? Now, you know, I'm not a jazz aficionado. I can play jazz, piano, I can improvise with the best of yous, but I'm not a jazz musician. I'm a rock musician. I'm a rock keyboard player. So you can sit round in mohair suits and long hair and smoke a pipe and bang on about tonality and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, it's it's a great recording, and they're great tunes, you know. But I don't understand why it is that why it gets some naff reviews from a couple of jazz people. You know, I'm well respected jazz people too. I'm not knocking jazz people at the slightest. You know, very clever people, but it does get some naffo reviews, and I don't know if it's because it's so good, and it's gonna let a lot of people into a world that maybe some people like to keep compartmentalized somewhere else or closed, or the fact that they just don't like it. They just think it's too commercial. I don't think Miles Davis set out to make a commercial record. I don't think that at all. I think that it happened through happenstance, and the fact that it's just really good. It's very, very popular. You can't stop people liking it or buying it, and it becomes massively embedded into popular culture, like many albums and stuff. You know, but then the backlash happens at the fact that it's so popular that people start going, oh, why is it that popular? It's not that good. But hang on a minute, what's going on here? Hey, hang on. I don't know. It doesn't. The couple of questions that does it make me happy? Yes, it does. It makes me very happy. Does it make me feel good while I'm listening to it? Yes, it makes me feel very good. If I'm feeling a bit, you know, unwell or a bit down or something like that, I can put Miles Davis on Kind of Blue. It makes me feel better. If I put Rolling Stones on, it has the same effect. Makes me feel great. Rolling Stones make me smile. I can't help it. I put it on, it makes me laugh. And in a good way, you know, it makes me smile. If I paint it black, it makes me smile. Start me up makes me start jumping up and down. And then I have to sit down again because I'm not very well, you know. So, but this album, Kind of Blue, Miles Davis, mind-bogglingly good. See if I can do now. I'm going to see if I can do a hold still shot. So we could. Would that work? Maybe that work. Maybe that would work. So this will be like I got that light shining on. Maybe that'll be better. So like that. So that will be the CD shot. Anyway, thank you for watching and thanks for listening. I can't really say enough good things about this. Check it out on Wiki. Loads of cool information. Really interesting read as well. But please, if you haven't listened to it, go and listen to it, and buy it, because if you like it, you're gonna love a lot of jazz. If you don't like it, you're probably not gonna like a lot of jazz. You know, that's that kind of thing. But it's a great introduction to jazz. It's very easy to listen to. It's not hard work. Maybe that's why it was so massively successful, because it's very easy to listen to and it's not hard work. And for people who are just want a good listen, then it's a good way to go, I think. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this. If you have, please like my video, subscribe to the channel, visit us at thesoundtestgroup.com, where me, Colin and Jacob will help you out with many things that we can. And yeah, I will see you guys later for more album reviews. The reason why, if some people are watching this who normally watch me do my iOS videos and stuff like that now, my eyesight is pretty much shot at the moment. The docs are trying to fix it. At the moment I've got a stack of prisms in this eye, my eyes are slightly out of line, plus I've got warped and distorted vision in this eye, so I can't see, can't drive, can't see. Dad. So can't see the iPad screen, very difficult for me. I have big notes everywhere, big massive written things, the big things for me to see, and I have to use memory. This is not very good neither. So, what am I doing here? Who am I? Anyway, I'll see you guys later.